Thank you so much, boy. Can you say something? I'm back for it to it. If you like, comment, subscribe, and you always watch for videos.
Ambition is vital, but it's dangerous. It's a keen motive and a driving force, but over what edge can it drive the artist? Rappers and the legal system have a long and complicated history. Drug cases, gun charges, robbery, even trafficking, or in some cases, car theft. Some rappers stole cars, but many confined hip-hop artists also owned multi-million-dollar car collections. So today, we're looking at what cars rappers drove and owned before their arrest, and also what they could have actually left behind. And since we're on a dark topic, let's kick it off with one of the darkest and most gruesome cases involving a rapper. Shall we? A bloody red 2002 Mercedes-Benz CLK 55 AMG Cabriolet was Antron Singleton's choice of wheels. You might know him by his rap name, Big Lurch, a 6'7" man, which explains the convertible car. From Texas, fond of joints dipped in formaldehyde, the highly flammable chemical used to embalm dead bodies. Lurch rapped about fictional serial killers like Hannibal, Freddy Krueger, and Jason Voorhees, helping to define the growing hip-hop subgenre horrorcore. Wednesday, April 2002, though, was the day Lurch ran down the street naked in the middle of the afternoon, covered in blood, under the influence of phencyclidine, chewing on his 21-year-old roommate's lung. Police found him there standing bare in the middle of the street, looking at the blue sky. November 7, 2003, Lurch was sentenced to life in prison. The red color of his 2000s Benz was apparently a reference to his favorite type of movies. 24th place. In 2018, a rapper from Orlando signed a $2 million deal with Cash Money Records, then proceeded to buy a blacked-out Range Rover Velar. We're talking about Glock 9 here, who's not unfamiliar with cells. He got locked up for car theft at just 13. Then in January 2020, he was arrested and charged with 5 counts of attempted second-degree murder and sentenced to 7 years in federal prison in 2021. The only car he owned was that Range. And charged with 5 counts of attempted second-degree murder and sentenced to 7 years in federal prison in 2021. The only car he owned was that Range.
How you get 5 counts and get 7 years? All right.
That inspired him to make the song Red Rover that he released in 2019. 23rd rank.
Them numbers don't add up to me.
If you want a safe, reliable supercar, go for a Porsche. That's what TSU Surf opted for before being sentenced to 5 years in prison for his role in a racketeering conspiracy, a RICO case. The Newark rapper's Porsche 718 Cayman was white and very pretty. Nothing too crazy though. 22nd place for Surf. Casanova and Unfook, well, the same thing. They both owned one car. The rapper from Brooklyn had an early 2000s Bentley Continental GT with red guts, while Young Thug's brother had a base model Lamborghini Urus. How can I not place Tay K at 20th rank though, when he went viral with a song named The Race? Taymor was only 19, but seen with a red-orange Porsche.
Oh yeah, he update on Tay K. He just got, I can't even say the words, but he just got he's still charged with a body, but it's not a capital body. I think it's like the lesser charge of it. I think it's what they called involuntary or something like that, or so whatever. But he's still, based on the time that he's still currently facing, because even the charge that he for the case, they say he's still facing 5 to 99. So. Is it still free Tay K? Because, bruh, the numbers he be looking at, boy, I don't know. But then again, you never know. He still is young, for one. And then two, laws always changing. So,
Vet C7 drop top, as well as his vintage BMW E30 M3 with gold rims. While we can't be sure if those were his, we're 100% sure he won't be driving them for some time. He was sentenced to 55 years in prison on a second murder charge for allegedly shooting a 23-year-old. Let's stop in Chicago for a sec and analyze Lil Reese's car case. In 2021, he brought a beige Porsche Cayenne Cash, which was his second car. The first ride was a white Audi S5, both great German cars. Reese, not as great because he has been found guilty of assaulting his own family member. 5 years behind bars for him. Make that times 5 for Bronx drill rapper Dougie B, who had a white Lamborghini Huracan and BMW 7 Series sedan. Dougie's in prison for a slew of felony charges over a pair of violent robberies. Oh man. We all love Italian exotics. Well, Honeycomb Brazy did too. His daily and favorite whip was a matte gray Maserati Gran Turismo with bright red Forgiatos. The GT first appeared in 2007 and is one of the tried.
I drove a Maserati, bruh. I don't know. It's kind of overhyped. You buying it's like clothing. You're buying a name. If y'all seen on TikTok or y'all seen on Twitter, it's a fashion dude exposing how much these like how these brands are finessing when it comes to fashion. I've been telling you, I've been saying this for years. But like a Birkin bag to completely to make it 1,200. But when you go to the store, 38,000. They show you how niggas is getting finessed. But again, I said this before. People charge these prices because people are willing to pay them. People know that they're getting finessed and still willing to pay it. Maserati, you're buying the name, a sound. It's in my, I don't know. It's kind of overhyped, bro.
Its brand's best-selling model. Worth about $160,000, it's an insane first car. After he went viral, he got himself a white Rolls-Royce Cullinan as well. But HKB pleaded guilty to a federal gun charge in July 2024. So, no more luxury for him. Fugiano violated probation. That means 5 years and goodbye Rolls-Royce Wraith and Urus. The one and only shorty on the ranking, OMB Bloodbath, wasn't really clever from the very beginning. I mean, if you're rapping and you're looking to be known worldwide and you know your lifestyle isn't very clean, at least don't call yourself Bloodbath, right? Anyways, she was a fan of Bentley. Got herself a blacked out Bentley Bentayga S worth $275,000 with a red leather interior to match. She also bought a matte black G-Wagon and fitted it with Cactus Jack Forgiatos. Very clean whip game, but not very clean life game though. Alexandra is facing a racketeering charge for her alleged role in a gang-related murder. 14th rank for her. Former 1017 artist and Pooh Shiesty's cousin, FTO Set, is not set for life. I mean, he seemed to have a good start. He was signed to Gucci Mane's label, the music was good, and he had a white Cadillac Escalade, Dodge Ram 1500 TRX, and a Charger Hellcat. But it's all a facade, allegedly. He was arrested after his bond was revoked in connection to a 2022 drug and firearm case. Man ain't spelled G-U-N. Moving on. One of the youngest fellas on the list.
It be dumb. Like, these niggas being in great positions to make so much money, bro. So much money. All you gotta do is make sure you don't sign a horrible contract. A lot of times, these dudes, they sign these horrible contracts and they still gotta be living in the hood, doing things because the money that they're flexing don't be there. It be the labels. The labels, once your video shoot is done, they snatching all that back. You probably got one chain when you sign. The money that they gave you was their investment into you, and then the rest is all there. They gotta get their money back first. That's why you gotta watch some contract that you're signing. That's why a lot of artists still be doing the dumb things that they're doing. But a lot of other times they sign good contract and still be like people. One thing you cannot do, you cannot straddle the fence, as people would say. Meaning you can't have 1 foot in the streets and having 1 foot in the industry, or having 1 foot in the streets and having 1 foot on YouTube. Like, you can't. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side, because if you're gonna be in the streets and still doing these things that come with a spotlight, you're setting yourself up for failure. You ain't learn. If you don't take no game from this channel, you don't take nothing from me. Learn that. You cannot straddle the fence, bro. You gotta pick a side.
had his life ahead of him. Well, not really. He had an affinity for black, getting his 3 cars in the same dark tone: a Mercedes-AMG GT63S, a Lamborghini Urus, and the BMW M4 Competition. But his lifestyle was as dark as his cars. Kay Flock was never the quiet kid. After he dropped down somebody in New York, it was considered as self-defense. But then, the FBI got on his ass. Ouch. In 2019, YNW
I still didn't get that, bro. Like, even when people talked about the case, somebody, I think it was reported, and somebody they lied. I think it was a cop or something. He lied. And then 2, he was minding his business, bro. Again, and sadly in life, you gotta be protected, bro. You gotta be protected. So therefore, that dude, condolences to you, condolences to your family, but you seen this dude, he was minding his business. You could have let him kept on going. You brought yourself out of this barbershop and did whatever you did, and whatever happened. Condolences, but you should have left him alone.
was arrested after being accused of taking the life of 2 of his best friends, making time short to enjoy his newly bought matte red Maserati Gran Turismo and Bentley Mulsanne. Melly's first car was a yellow Mustang GT, and his favorite little toy was an orange Can-Am Spyder. Little toys in the driveway, bigger toys somewhere else for Mr. Demons. Yes, his last name is D-E-M-O-N-S. Demons. Do with that information what you will.
That is crazy,
Master P's little brother, C Murder, owned this Bazooka Audio Demo Honda CRX SI. C Murder was sentenced to life in prison, and the car was last known rotting away in Louisiana.
Which is dumb, because I heard the person recanted the story. The person is the eyewitness or whatever. I think they recanted the story, and he's still locked up. That's crazy. That happened to Draco too, though. That happened to Draco, RP Draco. He beat the case, and they still kept him locked up.
Rapper also had a 2000 Mercedes-Benz CL500, a Bentley Azure, and a custom Ford Expedition. In 2020, even Kim Kardashian devoted resources to try and get Corey's conviction overturned. Unsuccessful though. 10th place for C. 1 eye, 5 cars. Fetty Wap had a love for Bimmers. He had this white BMW M3, a blacked out 6 Series, and the BMW i8 Hybrid. He got the chance to purchase a red Ferrari 488 GTB, as well as an Audio S7 too. But get this though, after popping out, Fetty revealed he bought 72 cars for people he knew, because, well, he wanted everybody to be happy. Alright, well, good deeds won't wash the bad ones though, because he's facing 6 years for his role in a large-scale drug trafficking scheme that saw narcotics shipped from the
prime example of you can't shadow the fence, and you can't take everybody to the top, and you can't look out for everybody, bruh. Prime example of how I say all the time, it's a big difference between people in your corner and people in your circle. People in the circle are just there to watch and ride the wave. The people in your corner are there behind your back, wanting to get cut off and for you to know that, hey, you're doing too much. If you have a friend who's truly your friend, and they say you have a friend who hit for $1 million, do not let that friend heavily splurge on themselves, on people, and on you. Even if that comes with them cutting you off, hey, at least you tried. That's a real friend. 72 cars. Who personally knows 72 people? I can't even name 72 people off the top of my head right now. Like, come on, bro.
West Coast and sold in New Jersey and Long Island. Summer 2023, Blueface was enjoying his freedom with a 2-tone Maybach S680, a matte black G-Wagon with blue Forgiatos, a matte blue AMG GT63S, and a bright green Corvette C8. Summer 2024, Blueface has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for what? Violating his probation. Flashier, bigger, and more expensive. Pooh Shiesty never hid his passion for cars, especially exotics. His neon green McLaren 600 LT was worth $300,000 and was the car on the scene in the 2020 Miami shooting he was involved in. His matching lime green Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk was a gift from Gucci Mane. Then Pooh bought himself a black Dodge SRT Demon, an orange Corvette C8, and white Lamborghini Urus. That Miami case still hunts him though. He's set to become a free man on April 25, 2026. 7th rank for Pooh Shiesty. Alleged YSL rival rapper YFN Lucci was gifted the first 2021 Mercedes Maybach GLS 600 SUV by his label boss. He liked it so much that he decided to explore Maybach more and get himself a F650 Cabriolet in light blue with a super luxurious beige interior and beige soft top. But that's not all. He bought this red Mercedes G550 4x4 Square too, and this dark brown Corvette C8. While sitting in his prison cell, Lucci bought his girlfriend a custom Tesla Cybertruck as well. I mean, now that's different. He gets 6th place. Purple was Arkansas-based rapper Bankroll Freddie's color of choice. The whole fleet was different shades of purple. From his grape Lamborghini Urus with psychedelic Forgiato rims gifted by QC CEO Pierre Thomas to his satin purple Jeep Trackhawk, matte purple Dodge Charger Red Eye, Corvette C8 Stingray, and Cadillac Escalade. The purple fantasy was short-lived though. Freddie got 12 years of imprisonment after being convicted of multiple narcotic offenses, including firearms offense. 5th rank. Diddy faces more than 24 lawsuits as he sits in jail. Before his captivity, Diddy was mainly into Maybachs and rolled.
I don't think Diddy finna do that long, bro. For real. I think bro gonna do like 5 to 6 years max. Watch.
Royces. His garage included a Maybach 62, Maybach 57, 2 Maybach GLS 600s, included one gifted to Young Miami, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, 50s red Corvette C1, silver Lamborghini Gallardo Spider, an early 2000s Jeep Wrangler open top with chromes, Ferrari 360 Spider, Ferrari F430 Spider.
Matter of fact, thinking about it, this might be why he's sitting in jail. So therefore, when they do get sentenced, it's gonna be time served. Hey, I'm sorry to be laughing because I know it is actual victims, but a lot of them were not victims. A lot of them were willing participants. Like the one dude who case got dismissed. Bro, you ain't no way in hell a nigga finna make me do something and I'm finna come back the next day and act like everything copacetic. No, nigga, what? I'm telling that day. Or I'm firing you up. What? Come on, bro. You're not finna make me do something against my will, and I'm finna come back and think everything's cool the next. No, nigga.
BMW 2002 Tii and a Bentley Mulsanne. All these cars are probably in the possession of feds right now. Top 3 belongs to Tory Lanez. Tory has or was able to have class and taste. His latest purchase was a black McLaren 720S with carbon and orange detailing that looked stunning. Close to $400,000 for that spaceship. His Aston Martin DBX had the same spec. Black outside, orange everything inside. The DBX is the SUV from Aston, and damn, it's elegant. Even more elegant is Tory's white Rolls-Royce Cullinan that couldn't be missing from the garage. Then he had a two-tone Maybach S-Class 2, a yellow Ferrari 458 Italia, white Bentley Bentayga with custom wheels, McLaren 570S, and a C8 Corvette. But he's a huge fan of classics too. BMW E30 M3, Mustang, Mercedes 580 SL, and some 70s Italian exotics as well, like a yellow.
I ain't gonna lie, all them cars is completely unnecessary. You're not gonna drive these cars. Like Rick Ross, he had all them cars. He's probably number one. He's probably number one on this if he's on this list. But you got all them cars for what? They're literally sitting there. I mean, for Rick Ross, he had at least. He do the car show, so therefore it's semi-beneficial. But for the most part, no. Wow. 3, like if I make it to if I'm in their position, 1 or 2 old schools, probably 3 old schools, 3 new, and that's it. 6 cars, even that's still too many cars. Because again, you want to drive one. Give me a Mercedes, give me a Hellcat, and I'm good.
Lamborghini Miura. Sheesh. 10 years now for Tory after being convicted for shooting and wounding hip-hop superstar Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. When you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too. Dirk Devontae Banks was put behind bars in connection with his alleged role in a murder for hire plot. Lil Durk has an estimated $60 million fortune, making him an obvious heavy spender. From a Ferrari F8 to crashing a TRX, customizing a Trackhawk, Lamborghini Urus, Dodge SRT Demon, Mercedes Maybach S600, Cullinan, Bentley Continental GTC, and Rolls-Royce Ghost. Second place. In Utah, the weather's very often cold, dark, and ruthless. Cold is NBA Youngboy's garage. Dark is his lifestyle. Ruthless is his mindset. Icing on the cake is Youngboy's Lamborghini Huracan Sterado, featuring a camo pattern and wild LC301T Vossen alloys. This is hard, fitted for Utah road trips. His orange Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is not though. Neither is his green Huracan STO. Who cares though, right? He got them both on deck. Then a pink Bentley Bentayga makes all the girlies jealous. McLaren GT, Maybach GLS 600, Maybach S650, Cullinan, Bentley Continental GT, and SRT Demon. Oh yeah, a freaking $1 million Ripsaw tank too. End of 2024, he has been sentenced to nearly 2 years by a federal judge in Utah for possessing weapons as a felon. First rank.
He home now. He home now, y'all. Yeah, I love that one right there.
But listen up, folks.
Yeah, it's hard though. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one.